Greetings and welcome to Let's Play My Channel logo. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, I haven't done a vlog in quite some time. I just want to inform you guys and gals that I'm still alive. Theoretically I had weekend today, so it's not my holiday, but my holiday starts tomorrow or yesterday, depending on how you look at it. 2 weeks of work. And yeah, that's kind of it. There's not much to say about it. A friend of mine is visiting me. She is here for 3 days, but arrives and leaves at different, so it's theoretically 5 days, but she leaves very early in the Monday in a week and arrives at Thursday in the mid-afternoon or so, so you can't really count these days. But yeah, it will be quite fun, I guess. She had lost someone important to her at the beginning of the year, and I was like, hey, if you ever want to see something different or get your mind off, feel free to visit me. And that finally happened. We have some stuff planned. Mostly, she really wants to visit the Mercedes-Benz Museum. And there's a zoo here we can visit and just go to into the city and stuff like that. So yeah, I guess we will do something like that, or have a bad B movie day. I had one a few weeks ago when another friend visited me, and we watched what was it? Abraham Lincoln versus Zombies. First of all, I thought he was a vampire hunter. Second of all, this film fucking sucked. Holy shit, that movie was bad. I fell asleep and then I went to bed and I was like, yeah, fuck this. she wasn't that thrilled about it either. So yeah. Other than that, there hasn't really been much happening in the past few weeks. We had a team event where this time it was sort of forced because it was on a weekday and it was regular work hours theoretically, just that we weren't working, we were having events, and it was fucking horrible. Not for me. Everyone else had fun, but you know, you have this fat fuck here. The first thing we did was walking through the city for 3 hours, visiting with a guide different locations of a baker, a butcher, a coffee house, stuff that's been here since 4 to 5 generations or so. And she also told us about some history and so on and so forth. And in every station we had a little bit to eat, a culinary experience. And yeah, the first thing we visited was a baker. We got a pretzel there and a little bit of a sweet doughy thing. It wasn't that. It wasn't like the culinary experience. I understand something different than a fucking pretzel. The second was a butcher where we had we call it Maultaschen. It's minced meat, I think, with a little bit of spinach mixed together in a noodle dough. It's like a little packet of meat with noodle dough around it. It's standard Swabian food. It's not something I say, yeah, okay. I want to walk around for 3 fucking hours to visit that. That was the thing, and it was a pretty dampy day that day. And the whole day I drank like at least 5 liters of liquid, mostly water. And I didn't have to pee once. I felt so bad. I felt so terrible. I felt it was bleh. So 3 hours on my legs walking. I was fucking done. Then a small subway ride, and then 2 hours of 3D mini golf inside a closed space, of course, because the walls are painted off with this 3D effect. You didn't really see that good, and I don't think they had air conditioning in there. So I was there, standing in the small room. Well, it wasn't a small room. It wasn't even a hall. I don't know how to describe it. It was 3 separate rooms. Not really that big rooms, and they didn't have AC in there, and there were like 30 people running around, and no way to sit down or so, and it was horrible. I even snapped at some co-workers, but they really pissed me off. Like I always said, I'm introverted. Introverted doesn't mean that I necessarily shy away from people or so, but it is mentally draining me to be around a huge group of people. And compared with the fact that I wasn't feeling well because of all the sweating, I don't know how you say this. I don't know a word for it, but I guess you can imagine how I felt. I mean, there was nothing I could do. I mean, I left the house, freshly showered and so on, and after 1 hour I felt like I hadn't took a shower for 3 weeks or so. And it was just mentally draining, physically draining. I felt like somebody kicked against my shins after 1 hour. They were hurting so bad. And my mood really went down rapidly. And the last step, then again a short sit-in to Subway, and then on a party boat. The good thing is, on the party boat you could sit, and it had all-you-can-eat barbecue. That were the good parts. The bad parts, my company, we are mostly 30, between 25 and 35. And we lowered the average age on that party boat by 20 years. There were only old grannies and old Jesus there. And they were playing some really old German music. Ich hab ein knallrotes Gummiboot mit diesem... It was horrible. It was like they bought a fucking CD in the 90s and still playing the same CD. So it was loud. There were people around me cheering. I was just sitting there. I was like, oh, please let this be over. Please. God. I had quite a few days this year with all the heat and so where I didn't feel that well, but this day took the cake. This year was my Waterloo. It was my D-Day. My depressions rose up, they skyrocketed. The next few days I was so down. I just didn't want to anymore. I just wanted the pain to go away. The mental and the physical pain. It wasn't even that. It was horrible. A horrible, horrible experience. My project manager even realized that my mood wasn't that good, and he said, yeah, okay, maybe next year we should take you into consideration when we do these things. And I was like, no, just do it on the fucking weekend. Do it voluntarily. Apparently it was like to mold the teams together. We have theoretically 2 different teams in 3 in different offices and so on and so forth. But I know all of these people. I interact with these people inside, outside of work. I sometimes go drink with them, take a drink with them, have some tea, coffee, something. I talk with them on a regular basis. With even private stuff with some people, and I don't need that. If If the whole place was just a party boat, it would have been okay. I mean, I wouldn't have been mentally drained, so the loud music wouldn't have gotten to me. And I prefer to have like small group activities. That is, for an introvert person, that's wonderful. You interact with other people, but it's still, you still get mental energy. That's the main difference between an introvert and an extrovert person is the way they gain energy. An introvert person likes to do stuff for himself, like, fucking playing video games, or reading a book, or doing something with close friends. That doesn't necessarily mean shy people don't have to be necessarily be introverts. There are extroverts who are shy. That is a pretty bad combination. Because they want to be with other people, but are too afraid to ask other people out. So just because somebody is shy doesn't necessarily mean they are an introvert. And just because somebody is like me, if I'm at a party, a co-worker of mine also does. I've been in the last 3 years on her Sylvester parties, and that's okay. I mean, there are some people I don't know and so on, but I usually sit down and enjoy the ambiente, the surrounding. I talk a little bit with people, I interact with, but most of the time I'm just sitting there and enjoying it, like letting it work, let the people talking and so on and so forth. And that's totally cool. I don't feel too mentally drained afterwards. But this was just fucking horrible. It was, I never had such a horrible experience this year. Holy fucking shit. Don't do that. Don't force introverts, especially people, obese introverts like me, into such a situation. Walking 3 hours, standing around 2 hours, and I was so angry and just cranky. It wasn't that fun. It was horrible. So yeah, after I slowly regained my posture from this, I went to a tea house with a friend of mine. It was a nice evening. That's something I enjoy. Like having a little chat. Well, how are you doing? Oh, not doing so good. Okay, tell me about it. And had some matcha tea. And tomorrow I'm in an Irish pub with co-workers. That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I've never been to an Irish pub. I'm one of the three German people in the world that don't regularly or at all drink beer, so that's going to be an interesting experience. I may drink a Guinness, since it's an Irish pub. You kind of have to drink a Guinness. It's mandatory. But there is some banana wheat beer I'm going to try out. It sounds right up my alley. And my coworker also told me, yeah, you usually drink that too, so that's fine. So I'm looking forward to this. Still have to do some cleaning up in the house, in the flat, until my other friend comes, but yeah. And the second week, I'm not going to do anything at all. I'm just going to relax. My flat should be clean until then, and then I have one whole week of not doing anything. I aimed at playing The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. That's something that's been on my library for some time, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm playing a lot of Diablo 3 at the moment. I figured out when I really close everything, like everything on my PC, I don't have disconnects. It's strange, I don't know, but yeah. So I'm playing a Witch Doctor, a pretty fun class. You can do quite a lot with it. I finally got enough items to switch my character build to a better one, and enjoying this one so far. I was thinking about streaming perhaps in the second week. I'm not making any promises in that regard. I really have to. At the moment, my internet is fucking up again all the time. So I already see it. I'm like preparing, choosing a game, looking forward to it. Then I play for half an hour and then my internet connection just dies. So I'm So I'm kind of imagining this to happen fairly soonish. Other than that, oh yeah, due to the culinary day, I went out of my ketosis. Sadly, I really wanted to pull through, and I'm going also back in the second week. My friend is coming over, and I prepared her for it. I was like, yeah, I'm in ketosis. I mean, I can do some wise stuff for you or so, but we shall see, okay? But since I'm not in ketosis, we can just eat normal. Considering there's a restaurant in the Mercedes-Benz Museum, so we will most likely eat there that day, and that is usually a no-go for ketosis because there are no ketogenic recipes. You get vegan in most parts, but ketogenic is not that common to have special meals for that. She wants to see the market hall. There's some food stands there for some stuff to eat, and then I was like, okay, this 1 week is not going to kill me. So I'm waiting this week now, and then ketosis, until I'm happy with my weight, and I may do some carb up days, but mostly once per month, if not every second month. So yeah, and I'm also trying to do some weightlifting again. I don't know how I will go on to this, if I do a full body workout again, if I split the full body workout over 2 days. If I just do one like upper body, people say, oh yes, he's skipping leg day. I am fairly certain that I have pretty well muscled legs due to all the walking that I do with my normal body weight. That's like a workout in itself. Yeah, other than that, there's not really much to talk about, to be quite honest. I just finished watching Zeke play Until Dawn. That was quite fun. A lot of spoiler people again. But that is something, maybe I have to just realize it and live with it, even especially if I'm playing, going to stream again or so, or just doing regular Let's Plays, that people will just be spoiling. It may be... They may do it on purpose because they love this Schadenfreude, like, haha, I ruined this game, I have a small penis, that's why I'm doing this. Or it may be because they are just ignorant about it, like, or they don't see it as a spoiler. That's also a discussion I had with quite a few people. Oh, I don't see it as a spoiler. Yeah, I do. It's simple as that. I mean, there was some guy. I'm not going to spoil anything about the game if you still want to play or watch it, so no worries. There was a guy coming in the chat and like, oh, hi, Ziconia. Oh, is this the scene where this and this and this happens? And it hasn't happened yet on the screen. And you are just, I was just sitting there. Did he do this on purpose? Or is he just an idiot? I mean, people may not realize it, that they are idiots sometimes. And yeah, so that's a thing, but I guess I just have to live with it. If I talked about it, also made a Facebook post. I guess if I go back to streaming, it will most likely be games that I know already. And all the new games that come out, I usually can't stream anyways. And all the old games, like, yeah, okay, ooh, yes, yeah, I'm not going to stream Ys. I'm trying to let's play it, finish it on my own, and then upload it. But streaming games, Binding of Isaac is high on the list. Redoing XCOM, Darkest Dungeon, maybe. Stuff like that. Or some old Super Nintendo games that I either know or just don't care about. Oh, no, don't spoil the story of Lufia for me, please. Standard RPG, JRPG story. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, but why not? I'm still alive. And maybe I may do some streaming. Don't expect it. Don't ask me. Don't bother me. Don't be like, oh yeah, he said he's going to stream. Ha 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 ha. It's not funny. It's just not funny. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see each other soon. So take care and hit the like button.